Good morning, everyone. This is Steve with Real Progressives, and I was reflecting on what this movement was to me and has been to me since we started this thing. And understanding the movement that Bernie Sanders started, understanding the issues that he put forth. You know, I think it was very important for all of us to understand that the reason why a 74-year-old man, pasty white man, was able to reach the heart and soul of America was not just because he had the greatest party he ran for. It was not because he had great media coverage, because let's be fair, the media blanked him out. The reason was that Bernie understood what it meant to lead a revolution. He understood what it meant to reach people at their point of need and to speak in a language that could be plainly understood by average American citizens. He spoke to the heart of the issues that face every one of us. He didn't pander, which to some was a problem. He didn't go into Group A and pander. He didn't go in Group B and pander. He didn't go to Group C and pander. He spoke about universal subjects that were very real and near and dear to every one of our hearts. That's what made this thing blow up. People understood what he was talking about. You know, there's this thing called the Overton window. And the Overton window addresses political ideas that are capable of coming true given the existing political climate and the prevailing understanding of issues in modern society. Bernie Sanders unprecedentedly was able to shift the Overton window during a campaign. That's unheard of. Most issues are already understood before the campaign even kicks in. But he was able to change the dialogue. He was able to shift the entire conversation away from what had traditionally been the bickering back and forth and kept it solidly on issues. Now, the Green Party just had their convention, and several of the various citizens media groups were there to cover the opportunity. They were there to witness what occurred. And by all reports, there was maybe 200 or 300 people there total. They were not particularly accessible to those in the citizen media. And there was a lot of self-satisfied conversations within the group, within the movement, that did not penetrate the populist roots that Bernie Sanders brought forward. So Bernie has given them a gift. He's given them us. Even though, you know, he's talking about, you know, Hillary and stuff like that, he's already told us we're free to do what we want to do. So we're starving. We're looking for a home, man. We're looking for a home. We're looking for somebody to carry that message. And people like myself have gone full force towards Jill Stein to help her get on the ballots, to talk about their platform, to talk about the issues. But when you went down there and you were able to look at what was going on at the convention, that wasn't much of a revolution. You know, I'll be fair. A lot of us Bernie or busters, we stayed on for the full duration. We didn't cave in. We didn't shift gears. So given the fact that the Green Party convention was a week after the Democratic convention and all the excitement that occurred in the streets of Philly, maybe it's unfair to expect a huge revolutionary turnout in a friggin' very ungreen city like Houston, Texas. Why the hell did the Green Party choose Houston, Texas to do their convention? Why not Seattle? Why not Vermont? Why not any other place that has got a liberal, progressive, contingent. Why pick a place that is as red as can be, like Texas? Now, there may be a very good reason for that, but the optics aren't good. And let's be fair, this is a campaign season. This isn't building up to the campaign. This is the campaign. So optics are very important. And when you talk in generalities, and when you talk in niche lingo that only affects your green constituency, there is no chance of capitalizing on Bernie's revolution. There's absolutely no chance to capitalize on the revolution. Now, we have to figure out what the problem is there, because they are the only way that we're going to have our issues on that debate stage. But you should know by now, if you follow this page, if you follow me, that I'm not afraid to critique my own. I'm not afraid to critique that which I'm relying on. And Green Party, I'm talking to you. I want to help you, but you're not making it easy. You're not making it easy. You had people in Philadelphia that were fighting for you tooth and nail, that were right there with you in the trenches. But you're missing a shot at capitalizing on this grassroots movement. You're getting back to that whole folk music kind of thing. Where's Chuck D with Public Enemy? Where is your inclusion? Where is the overall, Jill, you're doing great, you're doing the best you can, but your infrastructure, the people surrounding you are not. In order to capitalize on this, you have got to include the citizen media that got Bernie the attention he got. People like Debbie the Same Progressive, Claudia, Tim Black, myself, others. You've got to make the time and not just be looking for NPR and the Young Turks. You've got to reach out to the groups, because we want progressives up on that debate stage, so that we are not dealing with just Hillary saying Donald Trump's crazy and Trump saying crooked Hillary. That's not a debate. It's an insult to America. It's an insult to our intelligence. It's not addressing the concerns. And the reason why Bernie was so successful is he understood. He marched in Baltimore. He saw the pain and suffering firsthand, and he wasn't pandering. Bernie has never, ever, ever deviated from script until he realized that he had lost. The establishment had crushed him. Crushed us. Now we're like a wandering nomad of gypsies trying to find ourselves a home, find a place where we can call our own. And it's depressing to see an opportunity squandered. You have time. Get your act together, Green Party. Get your act together. Just saying your plan B, that you're good enough if our girlfriend dumps us on Friday night to pick up to go out to the movies, that's not good enough. We get it. You're progressive. We get it. But I'm not seeing the populist agenda coming out. I'm watching people at a time unlike no time in the history of our country that you should not be talking about Bernie Sanders, not being left enough. We talked about, debunking the MSM spin about Baraka's commentary about Bernie. But the reality is, the only thing you all should be doing at this point is talking about the issues. There's no need to beat Bernie Sanders up for any reason at all. None. You don't have a prayer without burners. And even if your hope is only to get on the debate stage, even if your hope is only to get federal funds for the next election, you need us to do that. And you're not striking that chord. You're not preaching an inclusive populist message. You're still speaking to the quiche and Birkenstock crowd. You're still hitting the quiche and Birkenstock crowd. That is not good enough. that is not going to be the inclusion you need to break outside of that 5 or 6% range. See, I look at our statistics for this page and I look at everybody else's, and I think to myself, what would it take to get everyone to fall for Jill Stein? And what it really comes down to is, it's on Jill, just like it's on Hillary. Bernie said, hey, Hillary, you've got to woo my supporters. They're not just going to come to you. You got to woo them. Jill, you need to recognize the apparatus that Bernie Sanders used to reach us was citizen media, was really, really getting down with us and getting out to people and really letting the grassroots carry you to the next level. We're here, man. We're waiting for you. We're all ears. We want this so badly. But you can't go into this thing acting like, you know, everybody's bad. Chris Hedges, God love him, he tore Robert Reich to shreds. Just beat him down just beat him down. But beating up on the people you're trying to bring over, us Bernie supporters and stuff like that, and talking about how, you know, it's not the way to go, Baraka. You've got to, right now is your time to sell. You've got to be in sales mode. You've got to be in big tent building mode. Not talking about freaking, you know, like niche things, man. You need to hit on the real themes that got Bernie where he got to. And I know Jill does. I've talked to her and she's got a great message. But it's getting lost in the lack of structure that the Green Party has. It is, the party itself has got real structural deficiencies. It's very exclusionary. It's very, hey, if you don't want to be vegan, if you don't want to sing folk music, if you don't want to, you know, get all excited about some niche co-op that doesn't even have a place in the Overton window at this point, while people are literally starving, people are not getting health care. People are not getting these things that they really need. Instead, you're focused on these niche items. Climate is super important. Ending wars is super important. But you've really got to realize that people are struggling. That's why this revolution occurred. They didn't occur because everybody was down with Birkenstocks and friggin' quiche. I'm telling you, that's not the winning combination, and you're going to let this populist revolution die if you don't start crossing over and providing the populist message and riding on it. You want to be plan B? Get with plan A. Use the message. The message works. That's what we want. That's what we want. It's up to you to give it to us. If you really want to get that thing going, it's what, August? You got till November? Come on. Fight for this with us. Fight for it, damn it. Anyway, this is Steve with Real Progressives, hoping that the Green Party takes this revolution seriously. Stops the like super academic, I'm in the holy ground of holies on these special niche issues and focuses on busting loose with our populist message. We got this if you'll do it. If you don't do it, you're going to die a death. It's going to be rendered into absolute irrelevancy. That's it, man. It will be a life of irrelevance for the Green Party if they don't capitalize on this moment. You've got millions of progressives waiting for someone to pick up the mantle that Bernie Sanders left. Are you able to pick up the mantle and run with it? We're here. We're here. We don't have any. We can't go to Hillary. She's not one of us. So what are you going to do? Are you going to fight for us? Or are you going to stay over there talking about quiche and flaxseed and homeopathy and everything else and not focus on the struggling of the 99%? I'm with you. I'm fighting for you. That's why I'm giving you this message. I want you to be successful. And right now, you're not. Get it together, Green Party. This is Steve with Real Progressives saying have a great day.